So traditionally they would have kept the cattle or the animals downstairs, where it's a little bit warmer, and then they'd store food and machinery and things upstairs, so they'd have a ramp to be able to move things up and down.
Literally just pulled in to get a phone shot here because these mountains look class. We're heading to a little fishing village down there. So we've just arrived in the old fishing village of Nyksund. Apparently all the people had to move out years ago. They didn't maintain the roads and there was no electricity and water, and they made everybody move out further upland because it was just too hard to get anything done here. But in recent years then people came back and now there's people living here again. I'm just walking down here because I spotted a shot as we were driving in, just looking down on all the colourful houses. It looks nice. I do have a wide angle on, but I think I may have to put a bigger lens on. All these colourful fishing houses. It's not a big village, but it's a mad windy road all the way down. I shot a whole video of the road coming down. It took about 15 minutes, so I'll probably just speed it. Actually, in this video it's probably going to come up before I get to here because you've probably seen it already. So beautiful colourful houses over there. After this I'm going to do the walk around there. I can't get over the water here. You can see through to the bottom of it. It's probably not shown on this because the harsh light up there, but we'll see. Give me a minute and I guess I'll try this out. There's a big rock right out there in front of me. Don't know if I want it in the shot, but I think it's basically from here the rock looks the same size as the village, so I think it might work. I still have the wide angle on, so I'm going to try that out first and then decide. But to get the rock I probably will need it. Let's see how it looks, yeah. Quite nice. I think I'd like to be in a little bit further, but I think 70mm might be too much on my 7200, but I've only got a 16 to 35. Wow, you can see the bottom of the water. I know I said that already, but it just looks so cool from there. Anyway, I almost have to tripod up and maybe even get a long exposure, just like a couple of seconds to smoothen out the water. In fairness, it's a really calm day here. It's normally very windy down here apparently. I am standing on the road, there's a car coming around there. There's plenty around. I'll just change the settings on this and I may be able to zoom in. Yeah, there you go. So do you see what I was talking about? The village is literally the same size as the rock. And that's kind of what I want now. A 70mm I think is too much, so I might just shoot on 1635 and crop it in. Maybe. Then I won't have to worry about them highlights in the sky actually. Anyway, let me get some shots. So I'm gonna just switch over to a neutral density filter, just so we can get a couple of seconds exposure and see what it's like. So this is my variable neutral density. Just gonna flip it in the side there, put the other one back in the case. That was my polarizer that I was using earlier. Now this will just allow me to take a couple of seconds exposure just by turning this dial here. Just let me Let's just try 5 seconds for starters and see, and just adjust that accordingly and take the shot. I just want to see what it looks like with the smooth water. I think it'd be nicer. It's much nicer. I'm glad I done this. I really wish I could just zoom in that little bit more. And I had other lenses, I could only bring so much with me here to Norway. I guess if I wanted, I could pick up some of the cliffs on the right there. It'd be, I guess, if you went wide, because I'm not like that, if you went wide, you pick up cliffs on both sides, and then it kind of leads you in with the rock in the middle. But to have just the cliffs on one side just wouldn't do it for me. So I'm just going to try one wide here. Just there's a big aerial mast on the hill on both sides. I don't want to pick that up, so I'm just zooming in to eliminate that. Right, that's on that side, and now that's okay, perfect. And again, try long. I'm going to do a 10-second exposure. I just need to adjust this. Let's try this. Let's see how it looks. That's really nice. So let me zoom in. Beautiful. I'm saying beautiful a lot on the trip, but I can't help it. It's just a beautiful place. It's a shame today is my last day actually, but what can I do? I'm gonna take a few more shots there, and then I'm gonna take a walk. You just follow this road up and around and goes into the little village. It's only a little small fishing village, so I'm gonna go up there and have a look in a minute. Moving down a little bit just so I can get the village on its own without the rocks in it, and doing a quick little pan out with the mountains. And I was going to go for a walk in the village, and then I noticed some people on that peak way up there, not the big high one, you can just see up there. So there's a road that goes, does this zoom out? No. A road that goes around that way, back around, all up there, up past these houses and stuff, and up onto this peak. But I'm thinking, well, I don't know what the view is like on the other side. It might just be the sea, but there's definitely a view looking back this way on this village again. But you'll have the sea here, and I'm guessing you'll be able to see the bridge here that I'm on now at the minute, and then the sea again on the other side. So it might be nice. So I'm thinking I'm going to do the little hike up to there. Yeah, I might just put my camera in my bag while I'm doing it though, because it's heavy. I'll show you when I get up there. So I'm just packing my gear away. It just makes it a bit easier for when I'm walking. I think I'm even going to put the tripod on the side of the bag. I'm just going to have my hands free. Obviously if I see something on the way up, I'm going to be taking the camera back out. Sometimes I wish I had a strap on my camera. Just, you know, you could throw it around the neck and do it as you're walking. And I actually, I've 3 or 4 Canon straps, but I've got a lovely one that my daughter bought me at Christmas. It's like a leather strap for the camera, but it has my logo engraved into it and all. It's really nice, and I haven't used it yet. And the only reason is I do a lot of astrophotography. It's my main thing that I love to do. So if you have a strap on at night time and it's all long exposures, it gets caught in the wind and it'll be blowing all over the place and it shakes the camera. And that's the only reason I don't have a strap. Anyway, I'm going to head up here. I'll show you when I get here. There's a pathway all the way up here, so it should be a nice handy one. I'm just hoping I can get the view of the sea and then the bridge and the sea again, because that's really what I want to see, something just to break it up with that lovely colourful fishing village at the other side of it. Can you imagine having a house up here in Norway when it's snowing? Like, I mean, it's bad enough in modern times, but could you imagine what it was like years ago? It must have been like so harsh. That's it's like two little cabins. I wouldn't quite call them houses, but maybe it's getting renovated. Maybe they're going to build more onto it, who knows? Could belong to this other house, the only house up on the hill now. Everyone else is down in the village. There's a few houses scattered along the road on the way down, as you've probably seen in the video on the drive down here. I do love the houses in Norway. Like back in Dublin, it's like a concrete jungle. It's just grey, dull, well, maybe red brick buildings somewhere, but out here it's all wooden structures, and like it's usually like red colours cabins, or like this kind of, I don't know what you'd even call that, pale green, beigey kind of a colour. But we drove to a town the other day that's known as the Blue City, where everything is painted blue in the whole town, but they're all wooden structures and they're all really tastefully done. Looks like somebody's working on that, so maybe it's not even finished yet. Oh. Let's keep going straight now. My gimbal's going all over the place. Yeah, it's no snow at all on it, so it's much easier for walking on. But I can already see what I was talking about there, the sea, the bridge and more sea. There appears to be a platform there, concrete. It was obviously something sort of structure back in the days. Another one there, maybe there were foundations for houses, but for today it makes a good location for me to stand on. So definitely 7200. I'm going to zoom in here because I can see the snowfall. It looks like it's just grey clouds that are touching the ground, falling. That's what it is, it's snow falling. So I'm going to quickly set up here and let's get ready quickly. If I can get my tripod off before that snow disappears. Snowfall, you can't really see it. I mean, there's a bit on my left and a bit on the right, but the bit on the right is all kind of smudged, so it just looks like cloud. You can't see it falling in the lines that you could just there a second ago. Ah, that's a shame. I'm just gonna try that shot again with 2 second timer just so I don't get lens shake on it. Be handy if I brought my other tripod and I could have just had this head height rather than looking down. You can still see bits of snow, but not enough. I'm going to do this, head up this way and just see if you can get up any further. I'm afraid it just goes up a hill. It's like the brow of a hill because I can't see the other side. So I might just go up and back down and then I won't be able to see this way. Maybe I can zoom in on them snowy peaks I was talking about just there. Let me have a look at this. It's not bad, but I'm going to do my zoomed out shot now. It's what I came up here for. This is quite nice. Sorry, I need to put yours back down for a second. I'm just going to see if I want some of this grassy foreground in it or if I want to get more sky. Just let me tilt it down and have a look. So I think I'm going to do both. Just make sure my horizon is straight and tighten this up, and then I'll just see which one I like. I'm at f16, so I'm going to focus about a third of the way into the image, and that should get everything nice and sharp. Although a third of the way into the image is only C. Let me, I'm going to find one of the rocks just there. Yeah, okay. Let's go with that. 2 second timer there. Let's just try 6 seconds instead of 10. and I'm just trying to expose from my sky because I don't want my highlights blown out. It'll be easier to bring up the shadows in the town than it will. I could probably go up there a little bit, just up to those first couple of rocks, but to be honest, like I said, if there's not much in altitude difference, I'm just going to be taking the same shot again. So I've only got about 40 minutes left in this location. We were hoping that the spot we went to this morning for sunrise, that we might get back there later on, because literally we pulled up and another van pulled up behind us, and then a car pulled up behind them, and they were another tour group. They were all, I'm assuming they were French, they were coming over saying bonjour. So I did say hello back instead of bonjour, and he says, oh, English, hi. So yeah, photo group as well, and it's hard to get shots with another photo group there, because obviously I didn't want them in my shot, but I didn't want to be walking in front of their shot either, you know. So anyway, I'm going to make my way back down here, and we'll head around to the harbour and see if there's anything else to see. Maybe do a little walk around the village. I don't know if there's going to be any shots up close to these houses. No, I've just realised this is the most talking I've actually done in this week on this trip, because the thing is, you see, I'm in a van with other people, so I can't just be having conversations with you, and everyone will be talking, you'll hear all them in the background. And even when I'm out, we're getting to locations and it's dark and I'm trying to set up, and I'm here to help other people take photos as well, so I have to show them how to set up and find compositions and stuff like that. So I just haven't had time to do proper conversations with you. So now, like, I'm on my own, this is how I'm talking. So yeah, apparently when I'm on my own I talk too much. When I'm with people I don't talk enough. That's mad. I'd just like to sound my own voice, huh? Well, I'm talking to you guys. So I'll see you in a few minutes when I get down here. Do you know what? My mind is scrambled. I don't even know if I finished that story I was talking about earlier. I was saying about the shot we were at this morning that was full of all the French tourists and all, so we couldn't get a shot. So we flew up to another spot to get a shot without people in it. But we're planning on going back there if we have enough time and we still have light, so we can get that shot after. That's what I meant to say. Anyway, I have just come back down from, where am I? Up there. And I'm making my way down to the little fishing village to have a look. How pretty is that, actually? Just the road curving around into the house on the mountain. I think I'm going to take out just a wide angle and do a handheld here, because yeah, that's on there. I'm not going to bother with a tripod, just a quick handheld shot here. Mind no shot. Louise is with me now as well, so we don't want to get in each other's shots. I'm going to shoot this red cabin again, but just with this peak behind it here, just because there's lovely light on it. Again, I'm just doing a handheld. I'm not going to bother with long exposures, although I do see a little picnic table there. If I wanted, I could put it down on that. It's a hard one to expose for, because the highlights are really bright up there. Anyway, let's keep walking through this village and see what it looks like. It's so pretty. Everything is so pretty. Actually, the boat could have been a nice foreground there as well. I might get that on the way back. Yeah, there's a witch and a troll. So Iceland is famous for trolls. I heard, I don't know how true it is, there's a really unusual looking house up there. Sorry. Every house you pass by in Norway, well, especially up around the Fountain and this way, have lights in the windows all night. There's always lights in every single window. And so we were asking our guide, and he reckons they were originally for, so if people were lost in the snow, they could find civilization to make their way back. But now that they're worn away trolls, apparently, it's just like a tradition, you know. But it's pretty cool. You see lights in every single window. I'm going to take a quick snap here as well. Sorry, I didn't realise I was tilted up. Oh, wow. It's so picturesque, like it's hard to describe. You need to be here. But imagine the mountains with snow. I mean, that's a lovely shot right there. I'm going to shoot this as well. And there's a boat. I'm just going to walk around there and have a look as well. I think it's, alright. It says restaurant bar, so I'm sure you can walk around. It's not a private house or something, so let me just, again, the water is see-through. Oh wow, look at all the fish. I doubt you can see them on this, but there's hundreds of fish just sitting there. Small fish now, but that's pretty cool. Outside this restaurant, I just noticed crates and crates of these clam shells. It's on the ground as well. I guess you could pick some up if you wanted. Oh, there's a boardwalk around the back here. Let me straighten this gimbal up, sorry. Hope they won't say anything if I walk around here for a minute. Wow. It's almost like a little miniature version of one of the villages we went to during the week. Quick look around. What I can see through the water. It almost makes you want to go for a swim, only I don't know how to swim. Just you never see water so clear as you do in the Arctic. Let me get some shots out of there. The light is incredible. So long exposure would actually be lovely here. I'm tempted. Should I just take out my tripod and get the reflections? There's a boat here as well. Let me just get another shot here. That's cool. They're swinging 2 swings for to sit down on with the table. Hello. They've all got their own little private thing to go down to the water. It's so cool. The harbour's down here. We're getting a little bit of light on top of it, so. Oh, actually, I remember Chris saying one of the sides has 2 levels on it. Yes, so you can go down, you can walk underneath this as well. Oh, wow. I just keep seeing shots everywhere I look. The light is beautiful, but it would barely show up, so I'm just going to go down here and get a shot looking back the other way. I'm just going to see what this foot thing is, and then I think it might be time for us to go, because the guys will be waiting on me. That little hut on the hill I'm talking about. Could be just a little lookout thing. I'm not sure if there's a way up to it. Maybe they don't want to go up. Oh no, there is. There's stairs here. Yeah, it's just a little viewing platform. So let's go up and have a look. Okay, so that's pretty awesome. Oh my god, I have a pair of binoculars and all, and if I had to look out. How cool is this? Wow. The binoculars I just tried on. That's so cool. Let me have a look. Oh, wow. It's brilliant. Let me put you down there for a minute. See if I track my face in here. Maybe. I don't have it on the stand, but there's a pair of binoculars just tied on here and you can look out and the view is beautiful. There I go with that beautiful again. Yeah, in case anyone hadn't guessed it, Norway is beautiful. Incredible views of the mountains and the light. I can see the snow falling. Oh, these are really good binoculars. I find though, looking through binoculars makes me dizzy. You know when I'm moving and you're zoomed in so much. But that's pretty awesome. Oh, it's 5 to 2. I'm supposed to be back at 2 o'clock. The guys are going to be wondering where I am. I'm not sure I'm going to have time to go to the other spot up there, but anyway. So this one. Remember I was saying you can walk underneath as well. I've just come down the steps because we're heading back. The guys are ringing to see where we are. Wow, some of these boards look dodgy. There's not a shot here, and I'm just walking down to see what it's like. Looks good if you want a shot from this level with the reflections. It's lovely. I'm just going to get one of the red cabin there on the end and this other house from down on this level, and then I have to go. It's just going to be my last shot here. Polar stratospheric clouds going on. You can see the pinks and yellows in them, almost like rainbow colours. Hard to photograph, but I'm hoping they'll get better as the sun gets lower. So we have to come back to where we were this morning. This little cabin with the grass roof, and we've got polar stratospheric clouds. I doubt they're showing on this. I'm hoping when the sun goes down they will show up even better, because they usually look best in the hour or so before sunrise or after sunset. So if they light up and along this cabin, the light on that water. I'm going down to try and get some of these little icebergs as well. But I'm thinking about just putting the Osmo running on time-lapse mode. Then that means I won't be able to film anything that I'm doing, so I don't know yet. Let me just take a few shots here first and looking towards this light anyway. So, I'm after those clouds. I know they're not showing this, but they are there. This cabin here, but the cabin's really dark, the sky is really bright, but also I'm after all of this broken ice. Let me just get off this snow here and I'll show you. See all the broken ice out here. Would be cool with the cabin and the sunset. Yes. Woo! Just stepped out onto the ice here. How cool is that? Oh, let me straighten up. Wow, it's gorgeous. Have disappeared. I did manage to get a few shots off with the 16 to 35mm. I've just switched to the 70 to 200 mil here because the moon, the crescent moon and Venus are up there, and you had some of those polar stratospheric clouds right under them. I barely got them, but we'll see how it looks. So I didn't bother with the time lapse in the end because them clouds disappeared. But I am out on the ice now, just shooting back at the cabin here. So framing it roughly at the edge there so I can pick up the mountains all the way to the edge out there. So I think we've lost the light. It's time to call it a day. Everyone else is back in the van, but I wanted to get a few shots here because I'm going home tomorrow. This is our last bit of daylight here. We'll be out for aurora tonight, and hopefully it's going to be a good night, but it's my last chance to get shots of the ice. Unless we go shooting on the ice tonight, of course, but I'm not sure. We literally follow the weather, like, and it's looking good. The forecast is looking good for tonight as far as I know, and the aurora stats are also looking good, so we have time. We'll be able to chill out for a while, because I really need to back up. I have so much video footage from here, so much B-roll that I need to back it up, or my card is going to be completely full and I won't be able to shoot tonight for the aurora. And yeah, let me know what you think of these shots anyways, because I had to walk out on the ice to get them. I was hoping, you see, I wanted the cabin originally with the ice in it, but I wanted the sunset as well, but I keep saying but, sorry. So I wanted the cabin and the ice, but the sunset was facing the other way, so to try and get them all in, I was at a weird angle looking back at the cabin, but there's a window at the back and the sun was hitting it and it made it look like there was a light on in the cabin, which is pretty cool. There's somebody else pulling up there behind us. They're probably going to shoot photos there now, so to get them polar stratospheric clouds, that's cool. Anyway, catch up just back at the hotel.